We are recording. Welcome to AIM Nation Team Call with just a touch of swole. Me there. The theme of the call is consistency is the key to success. So I kind of want to, if I can get it to go. Maybe it'll go. Maybe it won't. Is it switching on your screen? There it goes. So I'll do recognitions first. For Success Club already, School Mature is at the lead with 6. Good job, Lisa. Way to rock it, 3 lives. So you're going for at least 20 this month, right?
I'm not seeing your screen though. Like, are you guys?
You're not seeing it? Is it?
No.
No, babe, I'm not seeing it. You're gonna have to go. And
I'm doing
Maybe
it.
go to slideshow.
I'm doing it again. Hold on 1 second. Oh. Did it come up then? Anyone?
it's not showing the whole screen for some
Yeah, it
reason.
comes up, but is your screen maximized?
No, it is.
Yeah,
Is that it?
There you go.
Yay, I did it. All right. Success Club, everybody can see that one? Huh?
We're seeing all your slides on the side. If you go to slideshow from the beginning. Bye.
Is that it?
Yep.
Cool. All right. So Success Club, sorry about that, guys. That's my first time using this. Lisa Mature is at the first with 6. And then we got Candace Miles with 4. The Crazy Lady with 4. Jessica Henson with 4. Danny Sutliff, a new coach, with 2. Leslie Howard with 2. Amy Oster, boom, boom, with 2. Amy Mullis with 2. April Mullis with 2. And I think Heather is working on her first 2, I think. Next was the Emerald acknowledgement for Amy Oster. Congratulations, Amy, for achieving Emerald rank. She is also now as a business starter on the leadership ladder. Amy joined the Challenge Group in October and then decided to become a discount coach in November. She truly believes in the health benefits of Shakeology and our fitness nutrition programs and has been sharing it with those around her. Even a busy working wife and mom who also homeschools her 2 children, Amy has decided to make her building a Beachbody business a priority. And I'm so happy to have her on my team. From Lisa. Good job, Amy. Way to rock. That's awesome. And then we got first Challenge Pack Club. We got Leslie Howard. Sold her first Challenge Pack this last week. April Mullis and Danny Sutliff. So congratulations to those 3. All right. We're kind of, I think, lack on the acknowledgments this week, but we'll pick it up for next week. So we'll get straight into the training for tonight. Being consistent to 3 vital behaviors. A lack of consistency will bring a lack of interest. A good quote I've seen when I was kind of putting this together today. So 3 vital behaviors, we all know them. Proof the products work, personal development, and then invite. I'm probably going to ask Lisa for some help with the invite because I heard she's been doing a little inviting. So first thing is first is, and this was big for me, is be proof the products work. You have to kind of develop this belief in your products and in yourself to move people to trust you to help them. That's a big thing. And it's a journey. It's your journey, and you're helping people get started on their journey. But if you're not involved in your journey, people don't trust you. It's a big deal moving into your business. You don't have to have a 6-pack. You don't have to be a size 0. It's a matter of you going in every day. You're going to do your workouts. You're going to push yourself. You're going to be pretty consistent on your nutrition. And you're going to be proof that you're doing something that other people would be drawn to. if you're not working on your physical journey, how can you help people on their journey? Because you're going to answer the questions that they need. You're going to provide them with the products that they need. And if you don't know what you're doing, if you don't know about the programs, if you don't know about the journey itself and what it takes to be successful, it's going to be hard for you to kind of move people to that way. Another big thing is I see a lot, especially with new coaches and even with older coaches, don't get frustrated when results come slow. Because sometimes at some point you're going to plateau and you got to learn to push your body to a different level, change up your workout, change up your routine, and results are going to come slow at a point. But being consistent every day, show up every day, physically, mentally, nutritionally, and changes come. It's a big thing. And another big one that I've been big on, and is something that I've learned doing my programs and kind of helping other coaches to push, is don't be afraid to push yourself. It's a big one. You're going to get stagnant if you do 10-pound dumbbells for the rest of your life. Your results will go down. You'll plateau off. Your body is a machine. It likes to be challenged. It likes to grow. And at some point, you got to put the 10s and pick up 20s and then pick up 30s. And you're not going to get ginormous. Your body's going to change. You'll lean out faster. It's easy to just get along. It takes dedication to yourself to show up and push yourself to your limits daily. And I learned that with hammer and chisel, because I did Body Beast before, and I like picking up weights. I like swole and all that. Hammer and chisel was not my thing. I mean, I didn't think it was, but then I picked up heavy things with it, and I challenged my body, because I was doing 10-pound dumbbells with Jocelyn at the house, and it was so you got to learn how to challenge yourself and take it to the next level. And when you do that, you become proof, and you're able to tell people what to do and push people because you've been there, right? Once you get to that level, then you can push people. All right, next big thing, personal development for 3 Vital Behaviors. One of the most important things we do as coaches, because you need it. You need to feed your soul, feed yourself every day. I think one of the famous quotes I've ever heard is, you need to seek knowledge for just the idea of knowledge on a daily basis. And so the things you got to learn to do, and the must is, it has to be a daily thing. It has to be very consistent. I don't know how much time you have to dedicate toward it, because some people read, some people listen to it, but it has to be a daily thing. I'm going to put in 15 minutes or 30 minutes or an hour. I know some people that do like 5 hours a day, which is crazy. I could never do that. But, 30, 45 minutes, an hour a day, put in that time with yourself, because it's really working on you. It needs to be something that you apply to your life. When I taught, I always used to tell my students, don't read for show, read to know. If I'm going to read something, I'm going to be able to use that for my advantage in my life. I'm not going to read just to tell you how many books I read. I mean, really, it's not a game. It's not a who can beat who in the amount of books. This is not AR reading. We want to make sure we know what we're doing, and we want to make sure that if I'm reading one chapter from this book and I see that it's a great chapter, I'm not going to keep reading. I'm going to apply that chapter to my life. And your books need to be diverse. Your personal development needs to be diverse. It's easy to get caught up in one style of personal development, but you need to be growing yourself full spectrum, whether it's business, workout, nutrition, leadership, spirituality, self-help, whatever. I mean, I got stuck with spirituality for, I guess, the greater part of last year. I probably read 30 or 40 spiritual books. So for me, I got stuck in that, but it helped me grow. But then you learn to develop toward leadership, self-help, all those kind of things. So Vital Behaviors, specifically personal development, is big for everybody, especially when you get into ruts, and we all get there. We all get down. We all feel like the business isn't moving fast enough. We all feel like our workouts are suffering. Life is dragging you down. And then you got to dive into yourself, because you're dragging yourself down. It's your mindset. And so you got to be able to dive in every day and work on you. The good thing about Beachbody is the 3 tenets that the whole company is built on is all about self-improvement. Honestly, it's improvement in three phases: physically, spiritually, mentally, and then financially. So it's all about self-improvement. It's all about you taking time to work on yourself in those three phases. And if you're working on yourself in those three phases, you're affecting other people, which is big. All right. The other one is obviously invite, which is the big one. I mean, the other ones are great and they help you. I did the first two for a year before I even started coaching. I was a discount coach. I did personal development and worked out. That's all I did. So when I started to invite, that's when I started to see results in my business. The most vital part of being successful as a Beachbody coach is asking people to join you. This is also where most people get stuck. It's where we get stuck. It's easy to you get struck by fear. And you're scared that asking people is going to keep them from being your friend, or it's going to make you look bad in certain circles. But the key is to kind of have a realization about your life. What are you truly doing when you invite somebody? Y'all can answer if you want to. Schumacher, what are you truly doing?
All right. This is a new thing for me. I'm actually diving into all this, the cold invite that I think you're probably going to get into in a second. And it's new to me. I'm naturally an introverted person. I'm not an outgoing, extroverted person, which is actually why social media works really well for me. But I was very nervous to start just inviting people. But I was just messaging with Jocelyn this weekend that I started this quote unquote cold invite the last few weeks, which is not what I've done before. Before I've been kind of building relationships, which works as well. Some of the people I cold invite, but I'm really cold messaging, just, you know, hey, I saw your daughters are adorable, and they'll message back, yours are too, thank you so much. And then you're opening that conversation. Mm-hmm. But I've sent about 200 cold invites.
Wow.
The last 3 or 4 weeks maybe. And I was crunching the numbers, I'm kind of a data person, and of the 258 of them, probably a little more now in the last couple of days, have said, sure, go ahead and email me information. And so then I start an email relationship back and forth, because I feel like Facebook is sometimes a little unstable in terms of the fact Facebook can decide if they want. We're really not supposed to use Facebook to build a business. Yeah. So we have to kind of be careful, really, with how much we're saying certain things and messages, which is going to be probably a totally other team call in general. But to get them into an email and to get that correspondence back and forth, I think has been really interesting to me. And that's how I'm at SC6 this month already, which usually I'm scrambling at the end of the month to hit SC5. So I've gone back and forth with whether or not the cold invite is working or not. I've posted the scripts in the coach group. Go ahead.
I said, yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. But it's a couple things. It's getting out of my comfort zone, and it's even hearing the no's are still okay, because it's getting me over that. Like, it's okay to hear a no. And then I posted a video about this in the coach group this weekend. You know, it's getting past it, and it's just inviting. We're inviting them to something that's okay. It's not something quite as superficial as some of the other marketing companies out there. Like, I'm not selling them wraps for my nails or, cooking products or whatever. Like, I'm offering them an opportunity to better their life, and I'm telling them why it's worked for me. They don't feel as like weird or icky about it because I believe in it. You know, I don't know if that makes sense or not, but
I understand. What realizations have you come to about inviting, period?
That I need to, I know where you're going with this, Jim, that me being a pearl, I need to take the emotion out of it But at the same time, I think it's good to have emotion in it because people appreciate that and see the real me in it. That being said, if I hadn't consistently, and I know we're going to talk about this moving forward here, if I hadn't consistently been posting every single day on my Facebook about my journey, it wouldn't make sense to people. Like, who are you randomly asking me to join this group?
Mhm.
So because I've been consistently posting, I was just sharing some screenshots earlier tonight with Jocelyn, a girl that I haven't even talked to since high school who has never liked or commented on anything. I cold invited her. She said, no, I'm not interested, but I'm loving seeing your posts, and your posts are so awesome, and keep up the awesome work. I had no idea she was seeing my posts. So it's validation towards me. It helps keep me motivated to keep doing what I'm doing.
Exactly.
Just because I'm saying yes doesn't mean I'm not making a difference. And for me as a Pearl, I just want to make a difference. I want to help people and help them lead a better life. So.
That's the realization for this is that you're sharing an opportunity that could change your life one way or the other, physically, spiritually, mentally, financially, if they decide to be a coach, but you're giving them opportunity to change your life. And as a Pearl, that's kind of like you. That's what you love to do. But you got to get past it. And it's for a lot of us is get past the fear of doing it. All right. So kind of moving forward. So ideally inviting, we would want people to just ask us. And that's kind of, you made those posts and they're like, like or comment or message me and I'll sign you up. Ideally, we can get all our success clubs like that, which that would be great, but I don't think it happens that way. Cold invite, which Lisa just talked about, is something you can do because you got to understand, in Facebook, you don't reach everybody on your list every day. So sometimes you can talk to somebody and they hadn't seen anything on your Facebook in 6 months. And so you can cold invite them, and that basically just means that you hadn't talked to them, they hadn't talked to you, they hadn't seen what you're doing, and you're just asking them if they would be interested in joining you on a challenge. But you really kind of start up a relationship. Like Lisa said, you go on their Facebook, you start liking and commenting under their pictures. You find something they're interested in, you send them a message, hey, I'm interested in doing that too. That's a pretty cool trip you just went on. And then they'll talk about stuff and kind of talk about it. The conversation will lead into Beachbody, but you never lead them to Beachbody. They lead themselves there because they will go to your Facebook and see what you're doing and they'll ask you about it. I promise you. A direct invite, which is you just go directly to the person and like, hey, I know you. You need to lose weight. You need some help. I see what you're posting about on Facebook. You need some help, and I got the product for you. Right? I know I can help you. I know. I have friends that are like that. But man, stop talking about wraps. You 400 pounds. Stop talking about wraps. Let's go to work, and they'll come to you. Third party indirect invite, which is another good one for people that say no to you. You're going to get a lot of no's, like Lisa said. It's just part of life. It doesn't mean that they don't want to do it. It's just they don't want to do it right now. But what you do is you give them like this one. I know that you're not interested in doing this with me right now, but if you have a friend or you know somebody that could be interested, could you like forward me their name or share this information with them? Because I would love to help as many people as possible moving forward. And what happens is they see that it's not all about them. You're not going after them, and they kind of become comfortable with the idea that you're trying to help more people than just them. You're not out to be salesy. You're trying to help people get their life back. All right. So inviting is key. It's going to grow your business big time. You got to just get over the fear. Fear is something we create. It's a future object that you can't even see. It's not even real. And we just make it up to be this big like dinosaur, like it's going to bite us when we get to it. It's probably not though. All right. Consistency is a road to success for social media. So why must I post on social media? There's a lot of different things. Affinity ratings. People want to follow you for more than just Shakeology, I promise. Shakeology is great. It's like the thing. I love it. I've been doing it for a year and a half. But I promise you, they want to see you. People want to see your real, relatable, raw, ridiculously amazing life. They do. I just made that up. they want to see who you are. People like to see people having a good time in life and living life and going through struggles and going through ups and downs. It's like a reality show. We always say it. It's like a reality show. The proof it works is me. I'm proof. And I'm not like being selfish. I'm not being like conceited. It works. I promise you. For a year, I just went back and looked at my stuff. I posted for a year in groups. I was in every Body Beast group in America. And I worked out all the time, and I drank Shakeology. And I was just posting in there and not really posting about my life and stuff on Facebook. And I was getting, when I did post, maybe 2 or 3 likes here, 2 or 3 likes there. And when I decided in July that I was going to be like, I'm going to work the business, I told Jocelyn, I was like, I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to get after it. I just started putting my life out in front of people. And I just started being me. This is who I am. I love my family. I love to work out and pick heavy things up and throw it around. I like to flex. This is one of my things I like to do. I like to eat good food. I like to travel. I love spirituality. It's like one of my favorite things. I love self-growth. And so I just started putting that stuff out there, and I just showing who I am. And there's more than me than this. There's more to me than muscle. In Body Beast group, this is all they saw. This is what I was, a muscle. But in reality, people want to see me for more than what I was. And so that's what I started to do. Just to show you, on Instagram, in September, I had 90 followers this year. And today I'm at 996. And it's just because I post the same pictures on Instagram. A lot of times I post on Facebook. And I'll tag them. Like this one I tagged on Instagram, it got 23, where the one that says #fall. It got 23 likes or 25 likes on Instagram. It got 100 likes on Facebook. And like 10 comments. And so it's a matter of you build up who you are and you show people who you are. And if you're living true to yourself, people want to follow who you are. And it's not about you being somebody that you're not. That's what I'm not asking any of y'all to do. I want you to live your life because your life is interesting. It might not be interesting to you because it's your life, but for somebody wants to see what you're doing. So key to Facebook, post early and often, 3 to 7 times a day. Somebody says 3 to 5. Post as much as you want. Post a lot. Post all the time. It's not going to hurt you. I promise you. The more you post, the more, it don't care if you're getting 10 likes or 20 likes or 100 likes. It's just the activity is what keeping your name in the newsfeed is people are getting to see it more and more and more. The thing we got to learn as coaches, especially new coaches, is you can't be afraid to post on Facebook. Can't be afraid. I know you post in the groups and that's great, but if I'm posting a picture of a Shakeology in the group, it's going on Facebook. I want everybody to see. If I'm doing food, it's going in the group. If it's going in the group, it's going on Facebook. If I'm working out and I post in 12 groups, I'm posting it on Facebook. That's what's going to happen. And that's just for that, because I want to make sure that people know what I'm doing every day with my nutrition and my health and my fitness, because that's part of the idea of being proof the products work. If you're posting in a group what you're doing and nobody ever knows what you're doing outside of that, I don't know what you're doing and I can't trust that. Okay? As you become better and learn to post about things that matter to you, you just give value to people's lives, things that hold value to your life. It gives value to other people's life. For example, like family, fitness, food, friends, that type of stuff. The key that you have to learn to do is figure out what's important to you. Write it down. If it's 5 things, if it's 3 things, whatever. Mine is family, fitness, spirituality, travel, food. I love that. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Like, there's no 5 F's or 5 T's. It's just me. That's what I love to do. I'll post about that all the time. So the key is to give value to someone's life. A motivational quote is cool, but if you don't tell how it applies to your journey, nobody can buy into your journey. I can post 1,000 quotes a day. If you know my page, I post a quote every day. That's what I do. I post a quote every day, but I don't just put a quote up there. I tell how it applies to me or what I'm going through or what I've seen it do for my life. and how it can change your life if you apply it to your life. And people can buy into that. They start to see it. I might only get 10 likes. I might get 30 some days, but it's putting that name out there. Why cleaning adds to your family's happiness? You know, you might post a healthy meal on Facebook, then say why your family likes it. Why is this better for your family than McDonald's? Why working on you is okay. A lot of people have a hard time working on themselves. They feel like they're being selfish. They feel like they're taken away from their families. They're taken away from their life, all that kind of stuff. But I mean, it doesn't matter what religion you follow in life. I mean, the key to religion is the beautification of oneself and loving oneself and being able to love everybody because you love yourself so much and not being conceited. And so you got to be able to show it's okay to work on you physically, spiritually, financially, so on and so forth. Another big thing to do is share your business. Share every success you have. It's beautiful that a company allows you to be successful by helping other people. So anything that Beachbody has allowed you to do, if it's trivial as taking your family out for a steak dinner, take a picture and say, look what, this check this week, we were able to go out and have dinner. I hadn't had dinner with my family out in 5 weeks. And we were able to pay for it with one check. Beautiful. People like to see that. If it's paying down debt, that's awesome too. Jocelyn?
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that if it's mentioned or it's known that if you do share the income, I'm really echoing for some reason. Y'all hear that? Oh, Lord.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
I pushed mute and it's still doing it. Okay, maybe it's not me.
Okay. I think I know what you're going to say if you want me to say it. Go ahead.
Okay, so I think it's Lakeisha. Maybe it's her that's off mute. But anyway, if you're gonna post about any part of the income, you have to post the income disclaimer. If you don't know what that is, then just go to the post I just posted tonight, and it's at the very end. Legally, we have to do it. You don't want compliance to come in and shut your account down and all that because you're putting out things, and not necessarily that it's a false claim, but for network marketing companies, we don't want to get shut down. They just shut down a huge network marketing company because they were doing stuff like this, posting out there that they paid for their whole house in cash, and then there was no disclaimer as to, not every person that's a part of that company is paying for their whole house in cash. So just make sure if you share any part of the income opportunity that you put that on there, and you're good to go. But we got a huge lecture on that at New Leadership Conference, so we want to make sure that we're following compliance so that we don't have to worry about our accounts getting shut down, because that would be absolutely terrible.
Terrible.
But yeah, I agree. I mean, in the sense of sharing, if you look at Bonnie Engel, who was a 2-star diamond, she was at the New Leader Conference last year, and in 1 year, she's top 5. She's number 5 in the company. She has gone from 2-star to 15-star in 1 year. And one of her main things was she posts about the business every single day on her page at least once. She said that's her 4th vital behavior, is posting on her Facebook page about the business. And she contributes that a lot to where she's gotten. Because she said that you want to, obviously we keep talking about, you want people to see your life and it be a reality show. You also want to make sure that, you're giving a coach or a look into coaching or a coach sneak peek on your main page. So we invite people to coach sneak peeks, and it's great. They get to see how amazing this is, but you want to show that every single day, because you want people to be watching you and seeing how amazing this opportunity has been for your life and what it's doing for you. And the more people see that, the more likely you're going to attract really great coaches. Something that I've learned is through it kind of the hard way through the 18 months is if you have to put on your post the type of coach you want to attract. So for example, if I put out there that, like my post I just posted, for example, if you haven't seen it, you can go look at it. But if I posted out there that I just paid my mortgage with one week's of Beachbody check, and it was just a breeze. It was so easy. I got here so easy. Well, then the person I'm going to attract is going to think, oh, I can just sign up, do my workout, and I'm going to be able to pay my mortgage in 18 months. Okay, no, you don't, because when that doesn't happen, that coach is like defeated. Or if it doesn't happen so quickly or they have this big thought that like they sign up as a coach and like money is going to rain down on them. I mean, it's like, no, it took a lot of hard work. It took a lot of sacrifice. It took a lot of me showing up consistently every single day without fail. I show up consistently for the past 18 months. That's what's going to get you to where I'm at, not, just some pipe dream. So make sure in your post that you're using wording of the type of coach you want to attract. I want to attract someone that's willing to work hard for this, that can see and believe in this opportunity and not give up after 3 months. Someone that, has a strong why, that wants to do this no matter what. They show up every single day. So make sure when you're posting about the business that you include those two things and you're going to be good to go.
Thank you, Jocelyn. All right. So next slide. So we had some things about what to do, some keys to success, kind of things of what not to do. Big is don't get down on yourself. It's a big thing is, and if you don't get a lot of likes, consistency over time is a key. You're going to go through periods where, and it's happened to me, it's happened to Jocelyn, where for some reason Facebook will bury you, and you just have to work your way back out of it. You'll get like 10 likes here and 5 likes there. But over time, if you're consistently posting, and this is where it's big on posting 3 to 7 times a day. Because if you go like 3 to 7 times a day for 2 or 3 days, and then you take a day off and you post 1 time a day for 2 days, you get lost again. And I know you think it's hard to come up with 3 to 7 things. It's really not. If you're drinking a shake every day, there's 1. If you're working out every day, there's 2. If you ate 1 healthy meal, there's 3. If you got a motivational quote, there's 4. If you got a recipe, there's 5. There's okay. If you got something you're picking your kids up from school, there's 6. There's a lot of things you can put in there that kind of fills up your space, and you can move it out throughout the day. Don't get bummed out because others are being successful faster than you are. There's an old saying, comparison is the thief of joy. This is your journey. This is not their journey. You're not on their journey. You don't know what they've done. I think it was Michelangelo said a long time ago, if you knew how hard I worked to achieve my perfection, you wouldn't call this a masterpiece. So it's hard work. It's something you're going to have to do every day. It's something that success comes fastest for some people, and that's part of it. But that doesn't mean you're not going to be successful. There are some people it takes a little bit longer to learn how to do things and reach enough people. So you just got to be consistently going after it and not get in that habit of following people because they're successful. It's not going to make you successful. A lot of times they ask you to kind of stop following big time leaders on your Facebook because you're going to get bummed out because they're doing all these fabulous things and making all this money, and you might not be. So you got to learn to disassociate yourself from that so you can work on your own success. Don't share other people's posts. Make it yours. If you see somebody made an awesome post, find a way to apply it to your journey and remake it. Say something in there. Use the same quote, but apply it to your journey a different way. The worst thing you can do is share their post because all that traffic is going to go to them. It's not what you want. Don't fill your timeline with negative stuff. You are your thought process. If you surround yourself with negativity, you will attract negativity into your life. That's just the way it goes. Tony Robbins said it. Your energy flows where your thought processes go. If you're always being negative, that's where your energy is going to be. Don't post about ads, product ads, or sales ads for Beachbody. Don't do that. We're not a sales company. We don't want to be salesy. This isn't a Walmart flyer that you get in the newspaper. You don't want to post your product names out there and all that, because all they're going to do is go on Amazon, look them up, and buy them, and you won't ever see that commission. They won't ever have a coach or anything. Don't make your profile just about Beachbody. Please don't. Don't. Make it about you. You're a Beachbody coach, but you're who you are. I'm Jim Vance, a Beachbody coach, but I'm Jim Vance. I'm not just a Beachbody coach and Jim Vance. So I want people to like me for me, not because I'm a Beachbody coach. Another big one is how to add to the warm market. I can't remember who asked me about this. Jessica Cole, I think, asked me about this. Right? So it's a big thing we're going through now is adding people to our warm market. We're adding people to our friends list. First of all, you should always be trying to grow your friends list. No matter where you are, if you're traveling around the country, if you're flying on an airplane, talk to the people beside you. If you're at church, talk to people in your church. If you're in the gym, people working out, talk to them. I do it all the time. If I'm in a sauna with somebody, it's already uncomfortable, so I just make it more uncomfortable and talk to them about Beachbody. All right. So look for people on your mutual friends list, where there's a list. It's the easiest place to go. It's called Friends You May Know list. And look for people with 10 or more mutual friends. Add them to your list, or at least add them. And don't stop there. That's where we go wrong, is we add them and then we expect them to okay, I want to buy a Beachbody product. No. Once you do that, your goal is to bring them into your world. And if they've never known you, they've never seen you, you need to go to their page and start liking their stuff and commenting on their stuff for them to want to come see you and see what your life is about. And it gets them in the fold of your life. It's a process, because they don't know who you are, you don't know who they are, and they want to get to know you, you want to get to know them. Because you got to be able to feel people out to see if you want them on your team. And you want to make sure that they are interested in who you are as a person and they can trust you. Because if you go cold invite these new people, a lot of times you're going to scare the crap out of them. They're going to unfriend you, and you go in that relationship pretty fast. Start conversations wherever the opportunities arise. Grocery stores, doctor's offices, the school, when you're picking up your kids, wherever you get an opportunity. That's hard, Lisa. That's hard. I know. I'm the same way. I talk, but I still am a little introverted. But I try to talk to as many people now. It's a big deal for me. I'm always like, hey, how you doing? Blah, 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 blah. And I meet people that way. And I've added coaches that way. I've added customers that way. It's just a matter of getting past that hurdle of, what if they don't like me?
Can I speak to that really quick, Jim?
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes it's hard when you're still on your journey and you feel like, I will admit that to me, the term Beachbody, to me, I never had a Beachbody. I still don't have a Beachbody. And that was a fear of mine to tell people, I'm a Beachbody coach. People would look at me like, what do you mean? You don't have a Beachbody? What are you talking about? But I've learned that even though you're still on your journey, people relate to that. I just had someone tell me, well, I'm not ready to sign up as a coach because I don't have after pictures yet. And I said, well, people are going to relate to the fact that you're on the journey with them. You just started a little bit before them, so you know a little bit more and you can help them as they go. Jim, when I would look at you, I would think you already know what you're talking about. You're swole, you're the swole boss, you know what you're talking about. But I know some of the other ladies on this call might not be at their ideal weight yet and might feel uncomfortable, they're not at the gym and things like that, and it might be uncomfortable. But that's why social media works better for me, because it makes me feel I get uncomfortable with face-to-face interactions with that. But everyone finds their own niche. But I just want to tell people, don't feel uncomfortable if you're not where you think you should be physically, to start talking to people about this opportunity, because people will appreciate the fact that you're on the journey with them.
That's true. That's very true. And I mean, like for me, I'm not in a place where I feel like I'm at the end of my journey or anywhere close to it. I mean, I have to talk to guys, and guys, if you don't know, are the most hard-headed people on the planet. And they feel like they can go to the gym and get a six-pack just by looking at the weights, even though they still got a beer belly from 6 years ago. So I have to deal with those guys. It doesn't matter how many results pictures I show them. It doesn't matter what they say about what I've done with my body over the last year and a half. They still will argue with you until the nth degree that, I just don't know if that beach body works. I just don't know. And then you have to okay. So I understand. And so you do. You got to learn to just it's hard to get past your own perception of yourself. But what you're really doing is you're sharing a way to change. You're like, this is changing my life. And I'm going on this journey to change who I am as a person in all facets. And if I'm sharing, I'm going to share with you this opportunity also. I may not be where I want to be right now, but I'm going to get there. And I know 100% I'm going to be there. And I know 100% that this program is going to get me there and these products are going to get me there. And once you have that kind of commitment and faith in Beachbody itself and faith in who you are as a person, more than it is the company, it's more you being confident in what you have to offer everybody that's going to bring people to you. So start conversations, as many as possible. Invite, get on that warm market. And also just go through your friends list. Jocelyn put a video, I think, in the coaches group the other day about how you print out your friends list. And man, I started doing that, and I just started going through the A's. And what I did, I went through the A's, and the next post I posted, because I went through and I just liked like 5 statuses on my A's. 5 statuses and everybody's for like 2 hours. That's all I did. And then the next post I posted, I got like 200 likes. It's just a matter of because they hadn't seen me, they hadn't even talked to me. I hadn't talked to them. Because they don't get to see your Facebook all the time. You don't pop up in their timeline a lot of times. So you got to be able to go through your list and be able to talk to people and get back connected with people, especially old friends, because your old friends are going to be the ones that will trust you and they will follow you. And then you'll bring these new people into the loop once they start seeing those results. All right. So I said I'm done. Yes, record time. Questions and answers. We can do a lot of these. Jocelyn, you like that? Woo!
Yeah, whatever. You're
Can I ask a question?
Winnie, you may.
Thank you. So a few weeks ago, I think about 2 weeks ago, an acquaintance, I would call her, from my church, reached out to me about 21 Day Fix. I don't know how she heard of me doing this because we're not friends on Facebook. She actually just declined my friend request, which was kind of weird. But anyway, story goes that she asked for information, she asked for pricing, and I sent her information, links to the videos on Beachbody, about the 21 Day Fix program, Shakeology, what doctors say about Shakeology, all that good stuff. And I gave her like the breakdown of the prices and everything. And hope this piques your interest. I look forward to hearing back from you. And I didn't hear a peep out of her. So I gave it like a week. And then this past weekend, I reached out to her and said, we have a free, bold letters, free, because people love that stuff, free challenge group starting Monday that you are more than welcome to join. It will give you a little bit of an insight into what the program is all about. Shoot me, send me a friend request and I'll add you to the group if you'd like. I can also give you some Shakeology samples so you can see, how you like them, which flavor you prefer, that sort of thing. And nothing. I haven't heard a peep out of her, even though she was the one who initially reached out to me. So what would you guys do? Would you give it another couple of weeks, or would you just let her slide and wait for her to maybe come back to you one day? I mean, it could be months down the road. I don't know. But what would you do?
I would. I would run there's one thing you can always do, and it works a lot of times, is you could say, I know that you kind of put me off here in the last 2 or 3 weeks, and I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but I'm not gonna bother you anymore. Whenever you decide you want to be ready to take on your journey, then you can get back in contact with me. Until then, I'm going to go see somebody else. I'm going to go move on to help my other coaches and customers that need help. Because you're going to it gets to a point because you put it on them because they approached you
Mm-hmm.
and they're being rude to you. You got to put it back on them because at this point you're going to be you're a puppet for them, and that's not what you want to be.
Go ahead, Lisa.
That's what I do too. I've had people who have reached out to me since October, and every month, and they say, "Yeah, I'm going to do it," and then they don't, and it happens, and I feel like it's part of it. But I put it back on them. I say, "Look, I know you have to be in the right mindset. I wasn't in the right mindset for years before starting this. I get that. I understand that. When you're in the right mindset, come back to me. I'll keep following up with you," and I put them on my list, and I do. I follow up with them every month or so. So they know I'm still there, and they still might not respond, but they know I'm still there. And sometimes they do. I do have one girl who every time says, "I'm just not ready yet, but thank you so much. Reach out to me next time. I'm just not ready yet." And she knows she has to be in the right mindset, and that could be this person's situation as well.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have the right mindset to be able to focus on this and to make yourself a priority. And it's hard for us because we take, at least for me, I take it all personally. I think like I did something wrong, I said something wrong, but it's not. It's the person and how they're where they are in life.
Right. I understand that. I mean, I want them to see the light basically because I know how well this works. Like, and all programs out there will tell you this. I mean, my Instagram is full of that rap crap thing. And of course it works, but I don't want to be that pushy one that shoves it down their throat. But at the same time, I'm like, please just believe me, So it's that balance.
Yeah, you follow up a couple times, and if they're going to ignore you, you just come back with put it on them. I mean, but if they're like telling you, "Hey, I'm just not ready right this second," then you put them on the list. Next challenge, you ask them again.
Right. Even if they don't even respond to anything, if they don't even come back, just put it on them and say, "Hey."
At some point, they're going
have a nice life.
to. They got interest. Their interest is there.
Right.
But it's something's holding them back, or you never know what could be happening. They could be in outer space flying around somewhere. You never know. So,
Winnie, I can send you a kind of like a script that I use when this happens to me, but
Okay.
I will say that I put it on them after about 2 or 3 messages of no response. And the way that I handle it is I say, I definitely do not want to be a pain to you or bug you if you're still interested in reaching your health goals. I'm in the business for helping people get healthy and change their lives. If you are not ready for that at this time, I completely understand. That's totally cool. But if you would just let me know either way, that would be great. I'd love to help you get started on your journey. If now's not a good time, that's awesome. I can follow up with you at a different time. And then most of the time they'll answer and say, "Oh, no, you're not being a pain to me," or "You're not bugging me. It's just I've been so busy," or "I read your message and didn't get back to you." It's kind of like putting it on them, like you're not necessarily making them feel bad, but you're saying,
Right.
like, I'm not trying to be a pain or bug you. I'm just trying to help you reach your goals. And if you're not ready right now, that's totally cool. Like, take the pressure off.
Right.
You take the pressure off, then they feel inclined to answer you. So I always take the pressure off them. And then if it's about the coaching opportunity, I always ask too, did I say something? What was I not clear on how amazing the coaching opportunity was, or that something you didn't understand about the opportunity so that I can do better with my next conversation? Because I'm in the business of helping people to get healthy and lead, fulfilling lives. And this opportunity is so amazing. And what did I not give you, or what did I not do in this conversation to convey that? And, a lot of times they'll tell you, or they'll be like, "Oh no, it's nothing you said. I'm just not ready," or I just don't know if it's for me. And then you can answer any objections they have at that point.
Okay. That sounds good. If you wouldn't mind sending me that script, that would be a huge help.
Okay, yeah, sure thing.
Great. Well, thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it.
No problem.
One more thing that sometimes works, I'll say, you mentioned you were interested, so I'm saving a spot for you.
Right.
And then I start to feel bad, like, oh, you're saving a spot. I didn't know you were saving a spot. And again,
Yeah.
girl, and so that like leads me to, like, I would feel horrible if someone was saving a spot for me and I didn't take that spot. So that
Right.
would feel horrible. So
I remember that, Lisa.
you're working with, like, that wording sometimes works too.
Okay.
Any other questions from anybody? All right. Well, thank y'all for joining us. We'll be back again, same bad time, same bad channel, next Monday nights. Hope you have a great week, and give us the Suns Club's points for next week so we can have some more acknowledgement. Lisa, 12 next week? 12?
Sure.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear. Y'all have a good week. Talk to y'all later. Bye, Deloach. Bye, Lakeisha. Bye, Stephanie. Bye, Skumashu.